some people from the north, if you recall, some part of CBN recently has been said is going to move back to Lagos. Some part of the Federal Aviation Agency is going to move back to Lagos.
Yeah.
Now, some groups within the northern Nigeria are beginning to say that this is a vindictive governance to them. And some even argue that, oh, why is Tinubu doing the same thing that Buhari did to the South? And some are saying, well, na do me, I do you. God no go verse. What do you think?
Yeah, well, for me, a federal system shouldn't mean we have to concentrate the economic, political, social, and cultural strength of the country in one place. Even if you go to the US, you don't find everything in Washington. Things are really distributed here and there based on what you may call a comparative advantage. I believe that the idea of moving a substantial part of CBN to Lagos is economically sound. All the bank headquarters are all in Lagos. Yeah. The economic hub of Nigeria is in Lagos. So for me, I believe it's quite a good plan to do that, take it there. Not the entire CBN, but the substantial part of it. And the people ought to see it from that perspective. Those who are saying that the idea is to weaken the North, the CBN doesn't belong to North, it belongs to Nigeria. And that's very important. And like I said, here is a federal system of government. And in a federalism, you do not have to concentrate everything. The idea of federalism is to draw from your strengths, based on your diversity. You are bringing multi-ethnic nationalities together into an entity. You are doing so for economies of scale, political economies of scale, and so on and so forth. The political economy of Nigeria does not support the concentration of our mainstays here in Abuja. It's not sufficient. Even within Abuja, there should be further decentralization. Ask yourself, here in Abuja, what is the Ministry of Agriculture doing in Garuki? What is the Ministry of Defense doing in Garuki? It doesn't make sense. So we don't have to concentrate everything here. During Buhari, we saw even the transport university is in Daura and all that. So what are they talking about? Is Daura the best place for Ministry of Transport, for a University of Transport? But they took it there. I believe that we need to really look at the country holistically and place things where they ought to be for the best outcome. This is what should obtain in a normal federal system of government. And the individuals who are thinking that moving certain things back to Lagos would mean that the North is being diminished. They are being myopic in their own estimation and the evaluation of such a core and vital economic policies being pushed by Tinubu.
Well, in line with that, when Festus Kayamo, the Minister of Aviation, posted that on his X account, formerly Twitter, many people argue that in the same vein, he should also argue for oil companies to go back to the South region where he comes from, because that is where they extract the oil. And therefore, in their view, that should be where the headquarters should be. But some also argue that there is no security within that region. Therefore, they should be where security is. What do you think?
That has been the reason. Originally, Shell, Chevron, and all that, they all had their headquarters in Port Harcourt. And insecurity forced them to relocate to Lagos and all that. And still fly into Port Harcourt and the South generally for their operations, daily operations. I think the absence of security has been responsible for why you don't have concentration of oil companies, the headquarters in the South, Port Harcourt, and here and there. And we shouldn't take that away. If we guarantee security, they should go back to Port Harcourt. Let me tell you one thing. It's not just the oil majors having their headquarters in the South states like Port Harcourt, Akwa Ibom, Calabar, even Yenagoa. You know, if you check the maritime industry, it is cheaper to import into Nigeria through the eastern ports. But because of the same insecurity, all the importers are routing through Lagos. So it's the same reason, the same insecurity that made the importers not to prefer the eastern ports to western ports, that has led to the relocation of oil majors' headquarters away from the south to Lagos. So I don't see any merit in that argument at all.